All right, yep, we're live. Okay. What I'm about to show you should really make any sports fan sick because I don't know how it took me a month to realize this, but back on November 18th, Alex Ovechkin got injured. I actually did a live stream. I can't remember if it was the day after or 2 days after, talking about when I think he'll break Gretzky's goal scoring record as we hear the train in the background. Um, we'll talk about that later, but I think the reason why it didn't really register with me was because on the day that he got injured, November 18th, we didn't know at the time that it was a broken leg. All right, broken fibula. That's part of the leg right there. At that time, we didn't know it was a broken leg. We just thought it was going to be like a minor knee injury, maybe out a couple weeks. But then we found out a couple days later that it was a broken leg, and then it didn't really register with me until I was just thinking about it like 20 minutes ago. I was like, wait, what day was that on? And I was like, oh wait, that was on November 18th. That was the same day that Alex Smith had his leg broken, which was on the same exact day that Joe Theismann had his leg broken 33 years earlier. Like, come on. All right, so let's get into it. This post here is from Zach's old blog. This is about uh, the Alex Smith leg injury incident. Now, I can't really say for certain that these injuries are real or fake, but I mean, like having watched the video of the collision that Alex Smith, or I should say not Alex, that Alex Ovechkin got injured on. I mean, it definitely looks like a collision that you could get injured on. Does it look like he broke his leg on that? I don't know. I can't say. I'm not the team doctor. I'm not in the locker room. I can't say for certain, but it did look like the type of play that you would get injured on. I would say that. And it goes to show that these professional sports leagues aren't much different than the WWE, where they have these scripted injuries. And what happened to Theismann, Alex Smith, and now Alex Ovechkin is no different. Okay. Anyways, November 18th, the 322nd day of the year. Now, this year it's the 323rd day of the year because it's a leap year, but normally it's the 322nd day of the year, like the number of Skull and Bones. But the important part is that the day leaving 43 days left in the year. And we know that D is the fourth letter. They play in DC. D is the fourth letter. C is the third. 43. Remember, Alex Ovechkin won his only Stanley Cup in the Capitals' 43rd season. 43 is the 14th prime. It was 14 years after he was drafted. They won the Stanley Cup clinching game by the score of 4-3. They won the Eastern Conference Finals 4-3. Alex Ovechkin's first 4 playoff series all ended 4-3. You get the point. All right, so we're going to keep going down here. Alex Smith was injured by J.J. Watt, who was born on 3/22. Now, what's interesting about this is that the injury that Ovechkin occurred that was against Utah Hockey Club, which equals 223, like skull and crossbones, 223. All right, skull and crossbones is also 61, which is the 18th prime. This was on 8 slash, or sorry, what am I saying? It was on the 18th of the month. And the guy who injured him, Jack McBain, he was born on January 6th or the 6th of January. That's 6/1. And from now until, or not from now, but from the incident until Jack McBain's birthday is, we say 7 weeks, 0 days, but 49 days. 49 is important because Washington equals 49. Alex Ovechkin was also born on 49-day numerology. But that 7 weeks and 0 days is interesting because from Joe Theismann's birthday to the the day of the incident was 70 days. And I think Zach talked about it here. Talked about, maybe he didn't. I could have sworn he had mentioned something about, oh, he meant, oh, because that was the 99th season. That's what it was. Okay. So, no, there wasn't really anything there. I apologize about that. But, okay, Jack McBain. I was saying, yeah, Jack McBain, his name equals hockey. 67 and 31. Remember, Ovechkin won his only Stanley Cup on the 6th. Oh, no, sorry, it was June 7th. 6/7. You could also say it's the 7th of June, 7/6. And that concluded Ovechkin's 19th playoff series. 67 is the 19th prime. All right, now the other parallel to this, so Alex Smith's injury was the most recent of these three. And remember, Alex Smith played college football at Utah. So the same city where this injury occurred. And Alex Smith is 40 years old. He's about to be 41. And shoot, I have to. Where was it in the article? Here we go. So it's 170 days until Alex Ovechkin's next birthday, which will be his 41st birthday. So sacrifice 170. We can just pull that up here. 5/7 next year, 170. And it'll be his 41st birthday. And I've talked about this a lot. If you could just choose one number to describe Alex Ovechkin's life, it would be 41. He was born on 17/9. 179 is the 41st prime. He won his only Stanley Cup 4-1. And he broke Wayne Gretzky's empty net goal record on February 10th, which is the 41st day of the year. Yeah, so this comes in Utah, where Alex Smith played college. 170 days before his there's sacrifice 170. 170 days before his 41st birthday. I guess I just should mention it here. Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones, 41 and 76. We were just talking about that. Yeah, Jack McBain. What is just his last name? McBain was that? It's a little interesting, but so the question that I want to still figure out is, when do we think Ovechkin will return? So we know he got injured, or supposedly injured, on the 18th of November. What would make sense to me is if he came back 41 days after that. Also, another thing about this game, the Capitals won that game 6-2, and it was 62 days after Ovechkin's birthday. Very funny. Not. Was sacrifice 62? Yeah, sacrifice is 62. Yeah, 62 and 170. So 62 days after Ovechkin's birthday, 170 days before Alex Smith's birthday in the city where Alex Smith played college football. Come on, man. Anyways, 41 days after November 18th would be December 29th. And that's that infamous 12/29 day, because 12/29 is the 201st prime. Wow, so the Capitals play in Toronto on Saturday night, and then they play at Detroit less than 24 hours later. That doesn't seem fair, but I'm not the one making the schedule. I guess that's not a it's not a very long flight from Detroit to, or sorry, from Toronto to Detroit, but still, like less than 24 hours later, and you have to travel. That just doesn't seem fair. But as I said, I didn't make the schedule. They have it planned out that way for a reason. I remember 1229, 200 first prime. I've talked about this before. Did they talk about it in here? Okay, they don't mention it quite in there, but the Capitals, or I should say Alex Ovechkin clinched his first ever playoff berth 201 days after his birthday. That was April 5th, 2008. Just to show you here, 4/5, 2008. Yeah, that was the first ever, when Alex Ovechkin clinched his first ever playoff berth. That was 201 days after his birthday. Again, the Jesuit Order, 201. And of course, Society of Jesus, 56. Alex Ovechkin was drafted. Here, I'll show you this. The 2004 draft with the RBC Center. RBC Center, 56. And I believe that was on 56 date numerology, was it not? June 26th, 2004. I'm pretty sure it was, yeah, 56 date numerology. And the day that he won his only Stanley Cup was, oh, sorry. It was 263 days after his birthday, and 263 is the 56th prime. Society of Jesus, 56. And what was the other two? Skull and Crossbones is 263. That's right. Yeah, but I just wanted to point out the 56-201 thing. That's also been a big part of his career. And since that game against Detroit is 41 days after his birthday, that would make sense for a potential return date. And if it's not that one, I would think it's going to be the 31st against the Bruins, because that'll be 43 days after he got injured. And we all know that, as I just mentioned at the beginning of this stream, he won his only Stanley Cup in the Capitals' 43rd season. And this injury was on the day, leaving 43 days left in the year. Let's see if anyone see anything. Right, yeah. Alex Ovechkin also constitute. I've done a live stream on Alex Ovechkin's connection to Constitution Day. He was born on September 17th, as you see there. Constitution of the United States. So yeah, so the Constitution of the United States was created also on September 17th in history. Now, it became effective. This is important because it became effective on March 4th, 3/4. And the Jesuits were founded in 1534. And Ovechkin's first playoff appearance was in the Capitals' 34th season, and they faced Philadelphia in the first round, and they ended up losing 3-4. And there's probably, oh, there was something about, I can't remember what this was. It was, hold on, let's just do 3/4/1789. Yeah, and it was 32 date numerology, 32 sun rays on the Jesuit logo, 302 days left in the year. He was 32 when they won the Stanley Cup. And There was another thing. Oh, that's right. And then the only time that when the Washington Capitals won the Stanley Cup, what's it called? Capital One Arena. Yeah, so the Capitals play in Capital One Arena. But what's even more trippy about this is that, yeah, it changed its name to Capital One Arena on August 9th, 2017. So let's just do this here. August 9th, 2017 to when they won the Stanley Cup next year. That was 302 days later. Just a hair over 43 weeks. Yeah, it's the infamous day, leaving 144 days left in the year. But yeah, the Constitution becomes effective on the day leaving 302 days left in the year. And then Alex Ovechkin and the Capitals win the Stanley Cup 302 days after their arena changed its name to Capital One Arena. Come on, man. And there's 32 sun rays on the Jesuit logo. All right. I want to go through Zach's post here from 6 years ago and see if there's anything else that needs to be mentioned. Yeah, of course. I said it was what was it? It was right. It was 49 days before Jack McBain's birthday. Is the guy who injured him, and 49 is 7 times 7, like how Washington is on the 77th meridian. I don't think it was 7. How many days? That's right. I said it was 70 days after Theismann's birthday. That's right. I forget what is Utah the 45th state? I always forget this. Is it? Yeah, it's the 45th. I don't think that we had a 45 in here, did we? 196. Okay. Well, that's interesting that it was 47 days before Utah's statehood birthday, and oh no, DC is 47. And its statehood birthday is the 4th of January 1/4. Well, that's funny. So it's Utah's statehood birthday is 1/4, and Utah's 14. I don't think that's an accident. I want to see. I want to see if there's anything about like the time of the injury, like how many minutes that were left in the game or something. So we might get some more.
Here's that collision between McBain and Ovechkin that broke Ovechkin's fibula. And while that's a tragic between McBain and Ovechkin that broke Ovechkin's
It's
fibula.
right there, like 14. So yeah, 14 minutes left in the game. Oh, the score was 4-2 at the time. We were talking about 42 earlier. Oh, McBain 42. Okay. Yeah, McBain 42, just like Jesuit 42. The Capitals had 18 shots on goal at the time. And mentioned how McBain's birthday is 6th of January, 6/1, 18th prime. Utah HC, 61 to 18th prime. Washington, D.C., 61 to 18th prime. He's on the 18th. Skull and Crossbones, 61. So that means, because the way they do things in hockey is they'll, like, on the official score, it'll be like the number of minutes it was from the start of the period. So that means it would have been 5:24, I want to say.
And while that's a tragic result that no one wants to see right now, there's nothing here. McBain is just tracking the puck. He sees a teammate is going to get it. So instead of going directly for the puck now, he's just trying to block Ovechkin's stick from getting there. Ovechkin, all it is, turning to the puck, and it's just they're both on a collision course and they run into each other. That's all it is. There's nothing malicious. There's no intent. There's not even any need. If we watch it again here a little bit closer, neither player sticks their leg out or does anything to promote knee-on-knee contact.
They're good actors. They're trained to make it look real. That's the whole point of it. Now,
it's just a matter of their paths of travel coming together. They're both just in natural skating postures for what they're trying to accomplish, and they just run into each other. It's a terrible result, but there is absolutely nothing dirty here. There's not even a penalty here. It is what it is.
Okay, I mean, that's kind of a fair assessment, but if this guy knew what we knew, he'd be talking about how it was on the same day that the other two Washington players had their legs broken. Okay, I guess the last thing that I did want to figure out was go to their hockey reference page. That is the best schedule in my opinion. There. Yeah, this has a good layout for the schedule. So say, for example, he came back on one of these 2 days, like in either game 36 or game 37. If you watched my previous live stream on this topic, you'll know that I'm thinking that he'll, in light of all the 2-2-3s and 3-2-2s, I mean, this game here against the Panthers is looking more and more likely like a potential date to break Gretzky's record. And it is their 70th game of the season. And the injury was 70 days after Joe Theismann's birthday. Is that right? Let me just check that again. Yeah, 70 days after Joe Theismann's birthday was the injury. How many days from then until 124? Don't know the significance of 124 at the top of my head. I know there's something with 175, but it's not clicking right now. Oh, there's that weird, no, there is something with 175. It's kind of complicated. It has to do with it does have to do with the Jesuits, though. It's this thing here, the Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer. 175. Yeah, I've only stumbled across this a couple times. So what do we say it was a span? Oh yeah, 17 weeks and 5 days. That's what it was. Yeah. Formed on 11/9. Right, I think CSSR. Ovechkin was born in the USSR. 31 like hockey. Huh. Congregation of the Most Holy Redeemer. Yeah, 175 right there. 158. Yeah, Freemasonry 158 as well. Yeah, what are they called? The Redemptorists, but okay, and their headquarters are at 30 Via Merulana 31. Like hockey 31. That's also is 127 is the 31st prime, and they were formed on 11/9 or 9/11, however they write it over there. Yeah, founded in 1732, 32 sun rays on the Jesuit logo. I think we know who controls this group. There's there was another thing because the reason why I'd stumbled across this, I think there was something with I can't remember what it was now. Was it? I want to check something out. Was it 10? No, it was 10/9. Maybe it was 10/10. Because now the reason why I had this in because there was something with Macklin Celebrini in 175, but now I don't remember what it was. Oh, I think okay. No, I that's what it was. When I initially predicted when he would score his first goal, I thought it was going to be on that day, but no, that it wasn't that. Okay. Yeah. Anyways, back to the topic at hand. Yeah, 17 weeks and 5 days after the injury. In a span of 187, Society of Jesus 187 after his birthday, and 179 days until his next birthday. Is he 39 right now? Yeah, he's 39. Wasn't there something with 39 in here somewhere? Oh, McBain's 39. Okay. All right. Oh, but anyways, what? So that's what the 70th game, and what game are they in right now? So if he returns around the time of so that means still have like 33. What he has to score 27? Is that right? So I mean, if he comes back on 12/29, he would have to score like 27 goals in 34 games. I mean, I'm not going to say that's impossible, but even in the world of scripted sports, that is a kind of a tall task. But you never know how they do things. I mean, he scored 15 goals in his first 18 games. So to ask him to score 27 and 34, I mean that would be in line with the script. I'll say that much. Okay, I've been going on for kind of long now, but yeah, the point is Alex Smith injured on November 18th. Joe Theismann also had his leg broken on November 18th, and most recently Alex Ovechkin leg broken on November 18th. All DC sports stars all injured on the day, leaving 43 days left in the year because D is the fourth letter and C is the third letter. Not a coincidence. We'll catch you later.